You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 496, recorded July 2023, posted April 2025. A disturbance in the elk.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns, and today we are continuing the lore of LaRue, one of the Candlekeep mysteries. We are joining our players in the heat of battle, or at least the pre-heat of battle. It literally just started, and they've rolled initiative, and I will have them introduce themselves in initiative order. I'll give them a quick reminder of what they've done that has caused them to get into this situation, and then we will find out what happens. First up in initiative order, first up in our hearts, it's James Thompson.
My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Naiasa Nightweaver, she, her. She's an ex-assassin, but like many of her exes, it's less over than she would like to admit.
Next up, it's Kathy Campbell.
Hello, I am Kathy Campbell, and I am playing Hermioneigh, a centaur fighter, who is very glad that she went to go help our little buddy Lovyn check out the well.
Mm-hmm. Also joining us, Micah Sargent.
Ahoy, Tony. I play Ajguri Lonewalker Mako Tatahani, known as Lonewalker, a Goliath paladin, and his newly summoned celestial steed, who is called Lunareth Lightstrider Mako Tatahani, but will be going by Lightstrider, and she is a celestial elk. Lonewalker and I use he, him pronouns, and Lightstrider uses she, her pronouns.
Also joining us, it's Erica Ensign.
Hello, I play Fritatt'ha, a Goliath barbarian with bright red hair and a great big 8-foot-long rug over her shoulder. Our pronouns are she, her.
And last, but certainly not least, it's just a result of dexterity checks. It's Sebastian. Welcome back, Sebastian.
Hi, I'm Sebastian playing forest gnome rogue named Lovyn, and I'm currently getting my face ate by a octopus that lives in a well.
It's true. So what happened? Our adventures have been sucked into the demiplane that is created inside the book, The Lore of LaRue. It's the name of the adventure. They are looking for some kind of a spring where there is some kind of conflict between LaRue, goddess of woodland creatures, and Malar, the beast lord, an all-around not-so-great deity. On their way there, they have stopped in a clearing with a weird ramshackle shack and a sad little well, and our adventurers, briefly split up. They're still within eyesight of each other. One half headed to the shack to talk to what they thought was a friendly elven chef or shelf elf, and
Shelf.
The other two folks went to just poke their heads in a well and make sure it wasn't full of dead bodies. That's what they said, and it was not full of dead bodies, but it was home to a creature that some might know as a grick. It's this kind of snake, octopus, beak monster. Imagine a snake, but then at the end, where a snake head would be, there's a giant beak, and around the beak, 4 mean-looking tentacles, and that is what is currently attaching itself to Lovyn's face. The Grick is going to get a surprise round because I think everybody was surprised at the Grick, or at least Lovyn was surprised at the Grick attack because the Grick is very stealthy. It can look like stones when it needs to. And so it has just launched itself out of the well at you. It is going to start off, it whips at you with its tail. All right. I'd just like to say I'm using my Neapolitan dice given to me by Erica Ensign. These are excellent dice because they've rolled a 19
Oh, no. Sorry.
for a tail attack.
Dang it.
Thanks, Erica. 19 versus Lovyn's armor class.
Sorry, Sebastian.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Yeah.
It is? Okay. Sorry, let me just pull out some different dice here for damage. That's nothing to be worried about, that I needed more than one set of dice for that. Let's see. So basically, it starts out by just kind of whipping at you with its tail. This does... Okay, that could have been a lot worse. 8 bludgeoning damage as you get slapped in the side with a grick tail. And then... its tentacles trying to wrap themselves around your face. And that is a less deadly. This die is somewhat hard to read. Oh, nope. That's really great for me. A 22 to hit.
Oh.
Ow. Those tentacles grab your head for 19 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Oh, crap.
This is not good because there's more. And then having successfully attached itself to your head, it will try and bite you in the face.
Oh my gosh.
And since this is a surprise round, you can't use a reaction, which is unfortunate because you've got the ability to have damage if you knew that the attack was coming.
That's going to be 17 to hit, which I believe will still hit.
Yep.
You will take 12 plus 4 is 16 piercing damage. That is a lot of damage
Are you
as this
still
thing just
conscious?
like launches itself out of the well at you.
Yes, I am left with 10 hit points.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a bad thing that lived in the well here.
They should put a sign up or something.
Yeah.
All right. That was a surprise round. Over at the hut, sorry, it's not a hut, it's a shack. Those are different
Totally
things, right?
different.
What, without John Syracuse being here, what is the difference between a hut and a shack, do you think?
A hut is cuter, for sure.
Okay.
I think a hut also
I
tends
kind of want
to
a hut
have...
to be circular.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Generally.
say.
Really?
A
Yeah.
hut doesn't have to have a door.
Ooh.
A hut is immune to Jedi mind tricks.
Yes.
I was thinking it was about the roof.
Tawanga Wanga.
Oh my god.
All right. Over at the shack, Naiasa Nightweaver, you have knocked on the door. A friendly elf wearing a chef's outfit has appeared at the door. She is holding a tray of cupcakes, and she's like, "Oh, welcome." She's kind of a strange laugh.
Can you hear Lovyn screaming in the background?
Yeah, I'm
In
sort
the
of
background, love it. In the background, Lovyn is screaming.
It's like
It's a muffled scream because the grick is attached
Right.
to Lovyn's face.
so the shot in the movie is me kind of sort of looking at the various cupcakes while Lovyn is being whipped around.
This is, I just want to, though it is, kind of octopus-like, this is a large creature, so it's not, it is attached to Lovyn's face, but it is very big. It is not like,
It's bigger than Lovyn, then.
It's
probably.
bigger than Lovyn.
A lot bigger.
A lot bigger, yeah. So, Naiasa.
So I think, given the circumstances, I am just gonna
Yes.
directly attack this elf.
Heck yeah.
Surprise!
Yes. Who's surprised now? Possibly the elf. Okay. Well, I rolled a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That seems good.
That'll hit a chef, yes.
A shelf.
Chef.
And how big are those squares?
Standard square size.
Just checking if anyone was actually near. Yeah. Do I have advantage on this attack?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
Well,
Oh, if I was one square closer.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh well, it's going to be boring.
I mean, yeah, it turns out what Naiasa did, which was, go off on an adventure by herself that she did not invite any friends on, was tactically unsound across a range of dimensions.
Not even just this one.
Sounds
Not
about
just
right.
one.
I
I mean, true to
It's
form,
normal.
but
Yeah.
no one here is
split
surprised.
the party.
but
But-
cute elf. All right. Well, that only does 10 damage.
I didn't know you had a type.
All right, you know what? You got this. Just a random question that I like to ask James. Would your weapon happen to be magical or silvered?
It's let's see. It's psychic damage.
Oh, it's psychic damage.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
That covers it. It is not bludgeoning or piercing or slashing damage. It's psychic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
That covers everything I need to know.
physical weapons.
Okay. Hermione, you are next. You have this horrible snake tentacle monster has kind of launched itself out of the well, and I imagine it's kind of like wrapped around the top of the well and affixed its face to Lovyn. It is right in your proximity.
So I have my short sword, and I rolled a 13 to hit.
A 13 will not hit this creature. I imagine you hit it, but it's like, because it's big, but this creature has a horrible kind of scaly hide, and you don't pierce the skin.
I need to change my dice because I just rolled a 1. So I know that will also not hit. And so as I'm attempting to, attack Lovyn, I will say,
Attack
I'm sorry,
Lovyn?
or attack to save Lovyn. However, hold on.
Yes. Curry favor with the Grek. Yes.
Yes. I have action surge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I have extra
Second
attack.
attack, too.
You can attack twice whenever you take the action attack on your turn. So I'm going to pull out my sparkly green dice that also have a unicorn.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the unicorn. Isn't it cute? You can't see it, I'm sure, but it's nice and
I
heavy.
can see it in my mind.
mind. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
Just like all of our listeners. They're picturing a unicorn right now, and they're very happy.
How about a 17? Was that hit?
17 will hit
Okay.
a Grick.
Thank goodness.
Sorry. A 17 will not hit a Grick.
What?
I'm sorry. I was like, surely that'll hit a Grick. And then I checked. No, you could imagine its armor class is somewhere near, but better than 17. I'm not going to say a number, but I think you could guess what it is.
it's
Less than
okay.
90.
Well,
It's less than 19. It's more than 17. I will not say what number it is.
I'm
Then
gonna die.
let's try the whip for a
Okay.
second time.
Sorry, Kathy. That was poorly done on my part.
That's fine because I rolled a 26, which
26 will definitely
better
hit.
frickin' hit.
But our Gricken hit.
Yeah.
Taking that down for a title.
6 whole points.
Now let me ask you, is that whip magical?
No.
Okay. Just going to write down 3. No reason.
It's a melee weapon.
Okay.
Does that mean anything? No.
No.
Slashing
All right.
It does.
damage.
It does mean something,
Yes.
but just nothing,
Nothing
about
there.
it in this case.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
So yes,
set,
we
Hermione?
need to hit that creature with magic if we can.
Yeah.
Or magical weapons.
I'll
I'll just tell you, at a certain place, a lot of monsters in D&D are resistant to damage from non-magical weapons, which, just means they take half as much.
Does anybody in this party have magical weapons? Are
Nope.
psychic daggers considered magical?
If they do psychic damage, they're the psychic
Then they're
damage.
just okay.
I can magic up a weapon.
Right. But
It's
I just, because you're magical, but I think the
Yeah.
rest of us are just going to
Yeah.
have to chip away.
I've got a.
All right.
Does
Unfortunately,
I was going to say,
Hermione?
does a firebolt count?
Yes.
Sure.
That's
I mean,
magic.
it's basically anything that would be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing they're going to take less damage unless it's from a magical source.
Oh, so psychic is full damage.
Psychic is full damage.
Yeah.
Firebolt is full damage. Anything that does
Okay.
that, yeah.
That's all right. I'm just here to tank.
Yes. So that was the extra attacks were just my regular special things. So now if I do action surge and I take one
Action
additional
surge.
action, do I get to attack twice? Because the extra attack you can attack twice whenever you take the attack
I believe
action.
so.
So
Correct.
I get 2 more attacks.
I
one
believe
with my
so.
sword and with okay.
Because you got 2.
You could do
offhand
both of
things.
them with your sword if you wanted to.
Yes, you
Oh,
could.
can
Yeah.
I?
Yeah. You only it's the bonus action for your offhanded attack that has to be the whip. But
Uh-huh.
since this is the attack action and you get to attack twice, you could just go stab.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I would like to
As-
stab twice.
Please stab twice. Yeah, Kathy,
Oh,
one of the
what
few
the
characters I played is a high level fighter, and it's just like the higher level you get, it's like I get to attack like 7 times now. But
Yeah.
it's just-
Well,
it's
it
just-
doesn't help because I just got my second critical fail and I am out of D20s in my office.
Okay.
So
You can roll in Roll20 or in D&D Beyond. So.
Or you could deputize somebody else to roll for you. Over on
Listen,
their
we're going
end.
to try one more time. And then next time I might try and figure out how to get Roll20 to work. But until now, okay, everyone blow into your microphone.
It's fine. This is good work. This is good.
Yeah.
It's not fully because we're actually doing it.
Freaking A! I rolled a 3. Oh
those
my
are not good
god!
numbers.
No, it's not. So I'm sorry, Lovey.
I'm sorry, Lovyn. You may spend part of this fight unconscious. The Grick is next if you're all done, Hermione.
Yeah, I'm old.
All right.
Wait again?
Lovyn.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
'cause
dead.
it's a surprise attack.
Yeah, because they got a surprise attack. I'm sorry. So he is going to start with a tail attack on Lovyn. Natural 20.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Nope.
what the heck?
I'm great at Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what your guys' problems are. I need more dice.
I should never have given you those dice.
They
Right?
are. I will
it's
say
your fault.
it has not rolled below a 10 yet, and I've rolled like 5 attacks. So,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so sorry. I regret everything.
so yeah, you're unconscious, Lovyn. You just took 22 damage.
Oh my gosh.
The Grick has knocked you unconscious and turns to the next most menacing creature, which is Hermione.
Even though, contrary to popular belief, not very menacing.
Menacing its size, if not
Yes, okay.
damage dealt. And will attempt to hit you with a tentacle attack. I literally just rolled another natural 20. These are great
Oh my
dice, Erica.
gosh. No.
Why did
Are
I
these
use them up?
loaded?
Erica,
They did not roll that well for me. I will tell you that.
did you give me used dice?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm just going to roll this part in Roll20 because it requires too many dice.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm
No, you're
sorry.
not.
Well, I am a little sorry. Yeah.
Oh
the
my
Grick
gosh.
launches itself at your face, Hermione. You take 36 plus 4 is 40 damage as its tentacles tear at your face.
Oh my gosh.
And then the beak, I'm just going to keep rolling in Roll20 so that people believe my ridiculous dice rolls. Surely my luck will continue. The beak snaps at you, and I don't think a 12 is going to hit you.
No.
Okay. So the tentacles lash at the sides of your head, which is extremely unpleasant. How are you after taking 40 damage?
I have 31 hit points.
Okay, so it took more than half of your health away.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a powerful.
It is a horrible
Just
creature that
leave.
lives in a well.
I'm lost. Just leave.
The
Never.
strange chef elf does not like that Naiasa Nightweaver has tried to stab her when all she did was open a door in your face, and so she is going to reach out in your direction, Naiasa, and just kind of she holds open an open palm and just kind of blows, and like a cloud kind of drifts in your direction, and you feel very drowsy. And I'm gonna say that this is also in the direction of Lonewalker. I think you're close enough.
Good luck.
Math. Naiasa, do you have 32 or fewer hit points?
No, I've got 59.
Okay. You feel very drowsy for like a second, but you shake it off. Magic users might recognize that she was attempting to magically put Naiasa to sleep. Lonewalker, I'm going to assume you have nowhere near that in hit points. So
I am
luck was
also
good.
I'm immune to magical sleep.
well, then, that was a poor choice on her part. Lonewalker, you are next. Things are not looking good here in that one of your party is already down and the Grick has barely been scuffed. It's time for you to save the day. No pressure.
Try to at least.
Pressure.
No pressure.
You
at
have
all.
to pick who you like the most.
That's what you think.
I'm just going to point out, Naiasa is not in need of saving yet. She has simply made poor life choices. Lovyn is unconscious. So there's there's different situations here.
Yeah. So what Lonewalker is going to do is Lonewalker is going to I'll say now you've changed things for me, I think. It's gonna be Lone's turn.
That's what I do.
They're all gonna go. This is tough now.
You've also got that potion, which might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I may use that. So I think Lonewalker is going to
chug.
Well, I don't know if I need it though. Okay. You know what? No, Lonewalker's going to save it. Okay, Lonewalker is going
such
to
a bad influence.
rush down, and is going to, as he's rushing forward, he pulls out his warhammer and goes for a swing. He rolls, natural
Critical.
20.
Yeah!
Natural 27. Yeah, critical.
See, it's great when you roll criticals. Trust me, I do it all the time. It's the best.
So we double the dice. So that's going to be, let's see, let me find my, is that the one I'm looking for? No, it's the one that's right before this. There we are. So I need this and I need this one. Okay. So that is going to be okay, so one swing does 8 bludgeoning damage.
Magical or non-magical bludgeoning damage?
All right, that's I needed to do this first. Son of a gun, where is that?
It's right there.
A little to the left.
Boom, there it is. Okay. And this is as a bonus action. Okay. So yes, as this is even cooler. As he's rushing forward and he grabs his warhammer off of his back, a sudden glow of golden blue light surrounds the weapon, and it suddenly becomes a magic weapon. And then he strikes out, boom, with one hit that does it change the actual?
You might make it radiant damage or something, where at the very least sounds like it's magical, which is the important thing.
Until the spell ends, that weapon becomes a magical weapon with a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Oh. So
yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we know it hits. It does critical, so that's 2d8 plus. You know what? I'm sorry. I actually wanted to do this two-handed, so let me just do it like this. And so that is actually 14 damage. Oh no, I needed to do 2d10. I'm sorry, people. I'm not used to playing this kind of. So I guess 8 with that first hit.
Did you remember to double it? Because is the 2d10 doubling it?
Yeah, 2d10 is doubling it.
That is a rough roll on 2d10.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A 1
and you added the plus 1
and a 2.
Plus
yeah,
one
and I added the +1. It's normally +4. I did +5. And then after he does 8, then he swings out again with a 19.
19 will hit.
And that's going to be 1d10 plus 5.
Maybe you'll do better than on 2d10 plus 5.
I hope so. That was really sad. A 7.
7.
Okay, so
the important thing is though, it does not get halved because it's
it all goes through.
15 damage. And that's all for. That's all for that. Okay, and then after that happens, you see Light Strider rush forward, and I guess, Naiasa, maybe you do kind of like a little move out of the way as one side of Light Strider's shelf of horn like hits into Lanadry, or however it's pronounced.
Your Light Strider is attacking the chef.
Yes, and I think misses the chef with an 8.
Yeah. You hit the shack. The shack leans like 5 degrees more.
Oh boy.
All right.
I mean, bringing the shack down on top of her that's a valid way to do battle.
That is actually one of my strategies, possibly.
I'm very annoyed with that low roll on the.
Sorry, it happens.
We're doing great today.
We're not having the best luck. We'll see if it turns around.
Yeah. Fritatt'ha, I noticed that you kind of positioned yourself equidistant between the well and the shack, and now it's like, what's going to happen?
Originally, like, she was just moving toward Naiasa, and then unfortunately Lonewalker's right there. You know what? Fritatt'ha is going to back up a step, and then a couple of steps, because everybody's moved, so she doesn't want to be too close to the elk either, and then bust out into a rage, which, because she's such a high level, means she literally busts out into a fiery rage and is surrounded by a 10-foot aura. It would have done damage to anybody standing in it, but
I see.
That's why
So you
moved
positioned
away.
yourself before.
Yep. And then, so basically, it's like she was taking a couple of steps back so that she can run at the Grick, because the Grick is what caught her attention. And also, like, she just met Lovyn, and now Lovyn's unconscious on the ground, and, like, that's no good. So
I think this makes sense as triaging. As you know, if one person is unconscious and fighting a horrible thing in a well, and another person just stabbed a chef, like, you know.
Yep. All right. So running directly at it and raging, and overhead, two-handed, hitting with the. Let's see. Yeah, I think she just dropped the rug where it was, because, like, usually when she's thinking straight, the first move is to throw the rug over something and have it grapple. But right now she's in a rage, so she didn't think of that. So just hitting it with her maul. And I don't know if she's actually going to hit or not. Oh, that's 19.
19 hits.
So yeah, not magical damage, unfortunately, but. Oh my god, that's a terrible roll. I also rolled a 1 and a 2, but that brings it up to a, 7, but I'm doing extra damage because I'm raging, so 9 non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Just gonna write down 4, no reason.
Yeah, I will try again. And I rolled the same thing on the to hit die. Let's see if I roll better. Oh, a little bit. So 5, 11 non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, all right.
And I bellow into its beak.
Into its beak. Ah! You know what? Gricks hate that. They really hate that.
Good. Yeah, that's all.
All right. Lovyn, you're next. I don't know if we have technical issues. We're going to have you do a death saving throw when you have a chance.
Fine.
A 5 is unfortunately not good. You have failed your first death saving throw. Keep track. I will tell you 3 fails is bad. Hopefully they get you up before that is possible. If you get 3 successes, you stabilize. Naiasa, you are face to face with a chef.
Shelf.
Right. How sturdy does this shack look?
I mean, I believe it has been described
ramshackled.
as ramshackle, so not very. I'm curious about your choice to focus on architecture versus adversaries.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try and see.
famous James words.
I am going to shove this shelf back 5 feet, or attempt to.
All right, that is going to be a strength, contested strength.
It's a
check.
DC 14 strength saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm using
Critical fail on my Neapolitan dice, Erica.
Yay!
I think that means you go back at least 10 feet.
They were saving it for this dramatic moment.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
And I am going to close the door, and I am going to attempt to lock it.
Do you think this shack is a shack that can be locked from the outside?
Well, I'm
Are
hoping
you going to
that I can
create?
at
Do
least.
you have create lock as a magic spell?
I'm hoping with my. I've got really good skills for unlocking.
You should just it's a shack. Does it even have a lock?
Well,
most
the other-
shacks don't have locks. They just
Does
bar
it
doors.
do we know? Oh no, we do know it has a door because we.
The
know
other
it.
thing I
Okay,
can
never
do
mind.
is I can pull the door shut and I can set the whole thing on fire. Which I feel.
I will suggest, as you slam the door shut, the door kind of rattles and clearly is really just there's not a door frame here. There's just like a door hole, and someone has found a piece of wood that is approximately the size of the door hole. This is not dissimilar from the apartment I live in. The door, this is dissimilar from the apartment I live in, does not have a locking mechanism that you could lock, but you could attempt to otherwise block the door, set the shack on fire, do a variety of things. It occurs to you that whatever you're doing here may be extremely temporary in nature.
Yeah. I am going.
Does your shove do any damage, or it just shoves the?
No, it
the shaft?
just moves.
I will
back.
tell you, as you shove the shelf, the chef elf, the act of shoving this creature does cause their kind of visual appearance to change. And where moments ago, as you grab them, it looked like a kind of purple-haired elf, pointy ears, pristine white chef's outfit and hat, but the creature that you shove away from you is a more kind of gnarled, blue-skinned, somewhat kind of horned, raggedy clad, long, knotted, black-haired creature that tumbles to the ground, suggesting that what you saw was some kind of illusion.
I feel cheated.
But also, I have now locked into a new thing about how easy it is to catfish James.
James's characters.
James's characters, yes.
Well, this is not. I think I'm just going to directly firebolt this prone hag.
Okay, well, so you'll shove her and firebolt her.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to be able to lock her in there and get down and help people. So I'm just going to have to take my medicine up here. Okay, let's try. That would be an 18.
That works. Tell me what the result of that is.
That would be 2d10 damage.
Sweet.
Which would be 8 and 10, 18 damage.
Wow.
Yay!
And it's magical. Well, although we don't know for sure if that matters with this particular hag.
I think we
it
do
does.
know. Yeah, because I think Naiasa hit something first.
Yeah,
Two.
well, I did with the knives, which seemed to do the...
Mm-hmm. All right. No, that seems like that works, James. I think if you're all set, Kathy is next.
All right. No pressure. James, let's see how your app does while I roll to attack with my short sword. I got 17, which we know does not hit. So
Sorry.
Trying with the whip. Nope. James.
I'm just saying you're in a general field of bad luck. It's not
I know.
me or the dice.
Yeah. Well, let's see how D&D Beyond goes. Roll.
Got to try all the dice options.
Yeah, in the hopes that
how it works.
anything will work. No.
Oh, no.
And I
There
got
you
it.
go.
What is that last attack from, though? Because you only get to attack 3 times, right?
No, I get to attack twice, right? And I had 2 hands. So I rolled 2 on the app. No?
That's not how it
No,
works.
it's not how it... Okay.
Because when you're attacking two-handed, the second one is a bonus action, and you only get one bonus action.
Okay, well,
on a turn.
fine. Can I?
I'm sorry.
Can I save that 20 for the future? No.
Sorry, Kathy. It's not.
It's like
You'll roll another one.
inspiration.
You'll roll
You can-
another one.
It's fine.
Yes,
It's
I
fine.
feel
You
it.
do have inspiration, which you could burn.
that's true. You could just say, I used my inspiration, and therefore that 20 counts.
Okay, fine. Then I used my inspiration, and therefore that 20 counts.
Yes. Good remembering,
Yes.
James.
Oh, okay, well, that's a good
Nice.
choice. All right. So you do all the math on what's going to happen then.
So I, of course, know all the math that happens with
So whatever your dice that you would normally roll,
Uh-huh.
you roll 2 of that
two
kind of
them.
die.
Okay, so roll a d6. But I'm going to roll 2 d6s.
Yes, do better than I did.
And same, better than I did too.
So I rolled a 4 plus 4. So 8. But it is not
Yeah, it's a
magical. So that's a 4.
Does somebody else have
so wait.
inspiration?
Can you just double check
thinking
that you
ahead.
did that correctly? Kathy, you had a critical. So
Uh-huh.
you roll
I rolled 2 d6s.
2d6s and you got a 4 on both.
I know I got a 3 and a 1.
Oh, and then you get to add plus 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we subtract 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if anybody else has inspiration, just thinking ahead to Lovyn's turn.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Yeah, that's it.
So that's Hermione. All right. The horrible Grick creature is next. Hermione,
Rawr.
I believe it
I'm
is
still roaring
focused
at it.
on you because you,
Oh, no.
I mean, you just attacked it and you were who
Yeah.
it was focused on to begin with.
Yep.
It starts off as is traditional with a tail attack. It just kind of lashes its whole body out at you. Let's see here. 6 plus 7 is 13.
Nope.
13, not gonna hit. It then lunges at you with its horrible tentacles. Critical fail.
Yeah.
All right. And because it didn't hit with tentacles, it doesn't get to even attempt to hit you with its beak attack. All right.
Can I
The-
do a quick little
You
do
absolutely
it?
can.
Okay,
Free
good.
action.
Excellent.
All right. The chef elf or shelf who is not a chef elf or shelf is next. This creature, having been shoved to the ground and fire bolted by Naiasa, her appearance has kind of melted away, and she's this gnarled, blue, long, black, twisted-haired creature that some of you might recognize as a night hag. And in fact, Naiasa, as you are looking in, like the whole appearance of the little shack is kind of melting away, and where you saw kind of a crowded but cozy little kitchen is now taking on just this wretched state of disrepair. There's horrible warped waterlogged pieces of furniture stuck around, and kind of the central feature of the room is a metal cage with 2 captives in it. And
I have an important question. Are there still cupcakes? Are they still in a pan? And do they still have frosting on them?
there is like just it looks like it's probably a bent piece of metal. Maybe it was like a shield or something, and it's just got like little soggy mounds of mold on them.
Ew.
With
Yeah.
See, I
frosting.
told you it was bad. I knew it. I could tell.
Yeah,
from the
because
picture.
they were frosted in the container. Yep, that's how
Yeah.
you knew. Absolutely.
Yep.
And this creature just kind of points at Naiasa, and a ray of black energies kind of enervates out of her hand. This is gonna be, let's just see. This is a spell attack. Sorry, magic.
If Naiasa dies at level 8, what happens to the level 9 version of Naiasa in the other campaign?
It's
Major continuity issues.
It's going to be a Fast and Furious situation.
That I really wish James had not created for us. We can never release those episodes, obviously.
Or this one.
I rolled an 11 to hit. Is not very impressive.
That will do nothing.
All right, you duck out of the way, and horrible black magic it hits the frame of the ramshackle hut. All right, Lone Walker, you're next.
Yes, Lone Walker, first and foremost, bends down to Lovyn, places his hands on Lovyn, and mumbles a quick prayer. And Lovyn, you are healed for 15 HP.
All right, that's from starting from 0, not starting from whatever you were at negative.
So that's done. And then Lone Walker is no, because that will get rid of that. Yeah, no, I think that's it for now. Yeah, that was his action. So well, no, that is because that right in front of him is the well. So yes, he ends at healing Lovyn.
All right. Fritatt'ha, you are next.
All right. I've got this great aura going, but I don't want it to hurt any of my friends. So I'm going to very angrily stomp around. I mean, the map's not quite big enough for me to actually go where I want to go, but I would like to be to the south. So can you imagine that I'm just down there? And I'm, as a bonus action, I'm going to go just sort of shrug as I'm holding this giant mace, shrug my shoulders up and go roar, and my aura flashes into flame, and it does 3 fire damage to the Grick. There's no saving throw.
That just happens.
Yep, it just happens. And then I attack, which is not a thing that just happens. I mean, definitely attacking. Let's see where this giant maul actually hits. That is only a 17, which I believe
it doesn't hit. Sorry.
Yep. And then trying again, just to whittle this thing down. Oh, that's a 2 on the die, so definitely didn't hit. But I did 3 points of damage. That all of it went through. Yeah.
Woohoo!
It's.
We're doing great, everyone.
I know. I really should, if I'm playing this character the way that the character should be played, the smartest thing, the best thing to do would have been to throw the rug over the Grick, and there would have been a grappling contest, and it would have been busy.
Yeah.
But rages happened, and I'm a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody else could grab that rug.
I know. I was just like, wait a second.
I think people are busy.
A little bit.
Not dying.
Lovyn, I believe you are next.
Lovyn would be next, but I forgot to have Lightstrider go, so could Lightstrider go after Fritatt'ha?
Sure.
Thank you. Can Lightstrider, because the chef elf is sort of inside, can Lightstrider probably not get through the door?
I think that Naiasa shoved the night hag back far enough that there's room for an elk to fit through the door awkwardly.
Okay, squeeze.
So yes,
or just knock it down.
Yeah, Lightstrider
go through another door.
Awkwardly comes through the door and is going to try for, I think, a hoof attack.
Okay.
Do it.
I don't think a 10 hits.
No, it will not. Sorry.
I hate these low rolls. All right, that's all.
Yep. Lovyn, you've got some hit points, so you are conscious. You are prone, so you need to use some of your movement just to stand up. What would you like to do?
Does the Grick, is it still coming out of the well? Is most of its body in the well?
I would say most of it is out of the well at this point. It's kind of perched on top of the well.
Okay. So it looks like if it wants to continue climbing out of the well, it can.
Yeah. It has been operating from a it does whatever it wants situation this entire time.
I was going to say, if it looks like it needed to be water-based, I was going to say, let's just leave. But
no, it looks like it was a dry well, and Grick's like stone, so I think it lived here because there was convenient stone for it to camouflage itself. Until somebody came to look in the well, and then it was like, I would like to eat you.
Well, I guess I would like to back up. I can do that without getting attacked, right?
You have
because you're a rogue.
I would say, yeah, sure.
Rogue.
Okay.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can disengage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to back up.
And you've used half of your movement to stand up, so you can move up to half of your movement away.
Okay. I'm going to range attack it with my short bow.
Wise. And I'm right here, so if you hit, you
I
hit
got
sneak
a
attack.
14.
A 14 does not hit. Do you have advantage through any roguelike means? Like, does it matter if there's other allies next to it or anything like that?
I know that's for sneak attack.
No.
Yeah,
Different
it's only for sneak
types.
attack, which
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
doesn't grant advantage. I'm not seeing anything in there. Special traits.
That would be like a feat or something.
Naiasa, you stand in the doorway to this hag's hovel. A hag is on the ground, two sad looking. They look like they might be like tree spirits or are locked in a sad little cage at the back of the hovel that you thought about setting on fire moments ago.
It would have been on brand. These orphan forest creatures. I'm going to try to firebolt again because that seemed to actually work.
It did, yeah.
That is a natural 20.
Oh,
Seems good.
Double damage die.
Yay.
Double damage die.
So do I roll 4d10 or do I roll 2d10 and double it?
You roll 4d10.
I do
4d10.
I do not have 4d10. Hang on.
You can roll 2d10 twice.
Well,
I bet there's an app that could roll that.
yeah.
Also, you absolutely own 4d10, James. You still have 4d10 on your table.
I do have them in front of me once I actually fish them out. Okay, that is 12 plus 9, 21 plus 7, 28 damage. And
Is there a modifier to that, or that's the
no, it's just the
28? All right.
So, and in the giant fireball that ensued, in the confusion, I am going to hide around the corner.
All right. Leave the elk to take the brunt of the hag's attacks.
That's okay.
Naiasa, I will tell you, your very fortuitous fireball has bloodied the night hag.
Yay!
I was going to say, I was starting to feel very powerless.
I'm hoping that if I can do the full sneak attack damage on it, it will be deceased.
All right. Hermione, you are being murdered by a Grexel.
Yay! All right. I am going to go to hit with my sword. Nope.
Oh,
How about with my whip? Oh!
Yes.
Yay! I don't even remember what I roll. Okay, a 4. Okay. So I rolled a 7. Yay!
All right. 3 damage to the Grek.
this Grick is annoying.
It is.
I would also like to do my second wind.
Okay.
Because I'm worried I won't get as good of rolls.
Because you may be attacked by a Grek multiple times in a second. All right. You done?
1d10. Hold on, I gotta find my 10. That's not a 10. That's not a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 10.
Roll high.
7 plus 8 is 15. So that's
Nice.
better than none.
Okay.
So I'm now up to 46.
Okay.
4d6.
Well, it is the Grick's turn. It is going to start out with its traditional tail attack on Hermione.
Aw.
I have
But she
rolled
didn't
3
hit.
plus 7
Yeah,
is
she
10.
didn't hit.
Yeah, that's still it. It focuses on its attack until it takes you down. Then it goes on to the next thing.
Dang it.
10 is not going to hit. It then tries to get you with tentacle attack. That's a much more effective 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You did do at it.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's true.
It is
It's true.
going
It's
to
valid.
do 24 slashing damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And because it hit you with the tentacle attack, it gets to hit you with or it gets to attempt to hit you with a beak attack. That's a 17 to hit with a beak attack.
Nope. Ha!
Its horrible tentacles lash at your face, but the beak does not snap closed on your nose. And it is the night hag's turn next. The night hag is in her ramshackle little hut. There is a spectral celestial elf here. So I guess she's gonna her hand, she reaches out to her. At first it looked like an elf hand, and now it looks like a weird pale blue sickly hand, and it turns into like horrible claws. And she slices out at the elk. One letter different from elf. A 13 to hit an elk.
A 13 does hit an elk.
13 hits an elk. This will do 2d8 plus 4 is
Yikes.
17 damage to an elk. Did she just murder an elk?
No, didn't murder it, but as she slashes out,
Condemn the elk to leave this plane of existence?
Yes, the blue energy kind of turns into a bit of like a smoke, an ethereal smoke, and dissipates into the air.
All right, she thinks
just
that this
pissed
is
off
great, and she cackles wildly. Who's next? And speaking of next, it's Lonewalker.
Yeah, and because that just happened,
It did just happen.
Lonewalker has sensed the exeunt of Lightstrider,
A disturbance in the elk.
and so you see Lonewalker walk forward as if towards the Grick, but walks forward into this like light gray smoke cloud, and then suddenly poof, appears right next to her
In the hut.
in the hut
shack.
in the shack, excuse me. Yes. And with the warhammer that is still magical, angrily strikes out once and strikes out again. I don't believe these roll 20 rolls. I don't think they're real.
Heck?
None of this is real.
Whole game, this whole episode.
You know, people, sometimes
Cursed.
dice are bad.
Listen.
And sometimes dice are the best.
How dare you?
That would have been great if you had avenged your celestial elk. Instead, you have swung your weapon in vain as the hag evades those attacks.
But
wait,
there might be more, because I need to see what that was, because I think that counts as
That was probably movement, so you might have a bonus action left.
yeah, that's what I want to check on here. Yes, okay, so then I've expended that. So with the oh no, because that only works once I've hit the creature. I was gonna do like ensnaring strike or something.
Rats.
All right, that's it. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to
And
avenge.
cranky.
I'm
All
here
right.
and I'm cranky. Yes.
Fritatt'ha, you are face to face with a Grick.
Bonus action. Flames pop up 10 feet around. Three more fire damage.
I will tell
Grick.
you, important Grick news. You have bloodied the Grick.
Oh, finally.
Finally.
I've toasted the Grick. The
Yeah.
toasted Grick.
That's a delicacy.
Okay. So we're going to try using, you know what? I'm pulling out the other dice. We've got I think they are cotton candy, and they're sort of blue and pink.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
everybody
try
think
those.
cotton candy.
I'm thinking good thoughts.
It's farm.
18.
Yes.
18 on the die.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
yeah, so that's good. So let's see. That is 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 2 is 10 non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So
second
I'm doing
attack.
5 damage to the Grick.
Correct. That was a 2 on the die, so the cotton candy luck ran out. But I still did a little bit of damage, and I'm right up in its grill.
It's true. Lovyn, you are at the bottom of the order. Last turn of the round.
Since it's not focused on me, can I do a sneak attack?
I think you'd need to do a stealth check first,
I think
which I suspect you'd be pretty good at, right?
Because
Fritatt'a's
Fritatt'ha is right next to it. Yes.
Oh,
right there.
do you automatically get it as
Yeah.
a rogue
Yeah.
because
I do.
somebody else? then
Is within 5
according
feet.
to experienced rogues, yes, you're all set.
So you'll just do your normal attack with your ranged weapon, and then you're going to add 4d6 of extra damage. to the level.
46.
Thank you.
Okay. I got a 12, so that's a no.
That's with the everything added. Oh yeah, you rolled 6 plus 6 is 12.
These rolls today
You have
have
been
been
on a rough series of dice rolls.
I hate this.
Well,
rogues don't get 2 attacks at level 8, do they?
No.
no.
Just double checking.
I
All
feel
right.
we could beat this in one more turn.
I'm
We'll
glad you
find
feel that
out
way.
next time on Total Party Kill as the battle at the Hag's Hovel rages on. They have bloodied the Hag, they have bloodied the Welgrick, but those creatures have dealt a lot of damage, and this has not been an enjoyable stop on their road trip to the spring, the Eternal Spring. And what horrors await them there, deeper within the woods? What of Malar, the Beastmaster? Things could go poorly for our adventurers here. Our poor adventurers who just got trapped in a book, not looking for any trouble. Tune in next time to find out what happens on Total Party Kill.
The Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members